Welcome traders to yet another exclusive analysis of the Audi USD. With this analysis from the previous week, we're going to have a forecast and a previous retest of the previous week, what happened during the last week. And this being the demand chart, it's good for you to understand that our analysis is in two dimensions. We have the demand chart and we have the supply chart, which is right here that you can see. The demand chart is used to highlight where the buyers being the Australia bank, where they're placing their buy orders and where they're going to take out their profit at. Please understand that so that it can be effective for it to telepath. The Australian Reserve Bank, you can see we made a previous entry after the NFP. The NFP was here and we saw the price close at a pivot line 0.61443, and right from there we took our buy entry. The price went into the demand zone. At the proximal line is where the buyers took profit at 0.62461. After they took profit, you can see price dropped. This was a very clean price action and this was a very clean payout. Price dropped and it didn't mean that the trend had changed, so the buyers came in again and pushed price higher, closing the second week, and the second week the price closed above. So the pivot line 0.63058 was where our sell entry was, while the price closed at the last candle protruding outside. We had already executed a sell order because we anticipated a sell entries coming. And when the week opened this week, last week, the previous week that we are looking at, you can see the sellers placed their sell orders after buyers took profit off, and price dropped the whole of the week. If you missed being in our trading community, in our trading room, you have a chance to gain access. So fast forward, the reason why we sold this pair and the reason why you're seeing a very clean entry of price is that after buyers took profits off their demand orders, price was weak to support the buy orders and it fell. If we check on the 4-hour time frame, you can see what happened. So we had our first entry at the close, and bear it in your mind that we placed our orders prior to price action attending there. So we just check and we either close or anticipate something else, but we don't trade when the price is currently, because it's hard to catch the repulsive and we don't like trading in the zone. We set our limit orders and everything you're seeing here is a result of aftermath. After us, we did put the sell orders. So this is the weekly, or this was Friday. The price closed here and you can see we had two sell orders. So on Monday, fast forward, the price fell, came down, came up again. You can see there was an entry at this level here, at this demand level, so the buyers took partial profit. And after that, our entry, the next entry, you can see the hanging pin bar, the inverse, and we had a sell entry there. So we started sensing something coming right into our alignment. The next candle you can see went lower just after taking the entry right here. The next candle closed lower. The next candle opened and came back into the entry. I'm so sure they made another entry. And the next entry, it sent price into the demand zone. Being at the demand zone, the buyers had a choice to push price higher, and the market makers knew the buyers are aligned there, and price pierced outside the demand zone. This next candle confirmed that buyers pushed price back into the buyer zone so that they might open the pending by limit orders. And as you can see, we had our sell limit order. If we could have had our sell entry, because that could have been a good entry, but since we had already had a previous sell entries, this was the later entry that we executed because of this price action here. And price came back up, sellers pushed price down and down below, and the whole of the week we've been on the bearish wave. So interesting things to see is that on Friday the buyers tried coming again at the close of the week. They didn't want people to take their profits out, but when you had this understanding of the demand and supply chart, you could have seen that the buyers had their take profit inside this demand zone. And shortly after the buyers took profit, you can see the next candle that closed the week was a very huge engulfing candle. Yeah, so to say that the USD is really aggressive on the Audi. No time for mistakes and good time for us who had a very clear entry. So guys, trust you us, who or where do you find such a precision in entry? Such a precision in entry. So the next place the buyers are supposed to go, if we check lower, is at this pivot line. So our entries should be safe because buyers, they are supposed to be aligned at the next demand level at 0.61443, and the main time frame of the buyers is at 0.60997. We have already placed some pending limit orders in anticipation. So we have had a very good drop of price, and we are going to use the next supply chart to show us where the sellers are going to take their profits to. Yeah, you better understand that the demand chart is only used to show where the buyers make entry. The supply chart, which is here, is supposed to show us where the sellers take their profit at. Yeah, so let's delve into it and let's spend the next couple of minutes here before we call it off. Deep dive into this supply chart on the daily time frame. That's where we are. You can have a clear outlook that last week printed a bearish wave. The bearish wave emanated right from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Yeah, all those 5 days of last week were bearish. In that, if you can check closely, we have the sell orders executed right at the top of the bull wave, and we've had a very good run. Many of you might ask, how did we find a good precision into this supply wave? And we're not leaving this supply wave until price hits the next supply zone. The next supply zone being at the proximal line 0.61201 and 0.60686. Yeah, how many points to go? We have roughly 900 points to go. So you might ask, why are we so confident on this? And we'll tell you that we've never altered all these levels. You can go check on our channels, search all these levels, and you'll find everything intact. We guarantee all our clients and we guarantee all our community that you'll never find us producing another level exception of what we have here. Yeah, our confidence comes from these laws, the demand and the supply laws. So let's get into the lower time frame to see where the supply levels were and to see how, where, and why the reason behind we executed these supply orders. On the top of the candle, the close of the previous week, the price closed at the crescent. So there was a sell order there, which you can see the another sell is at the crescent too. So price didn't attend there, always prepared, and we managed to be in good luck of being in the best place at the right time, at the right wave. So the sellers executed their first orders there, and the weekly opened, there was a gap, sellers continue going down, and we executed our sell orders at this lower time frame supply level 0.62925. And quite to note is that sellers pushed price back into their level. Sellers pushed price back, closed at their level, and the next thing they did is they made another entry. That's why you see the next candle was bearish. Buyers tried pushing price, but sellers ensured that the price closed just below or at the level. The next candle, sellers placed their orders, and this is really quite intriguing to see that we were present at that level. That's what all of you are looking for, searching for, and that's what we are being favored to be at. This is not that's a concept, but we are just studying the precept, the original law, and the original laws guiding the supply and demand. So when we had a sell entry, all through the week we've been protected. Yeah, you don't see any supply level because sellers need to take profit at this supply level 0.61940, and the next trade they're going to take is at the main time frame. When we check at the daily time frame, the main supply zone is at proximal line 0.61201 and 0.60686 being the dasher line. So our entries, they don't come from guesswork, but right from calculation of this supply and demand. This demand was already related to us, where the buyers took profits at the demand, and it was easy for price to fall back because buyers had already taken profit. So the next wave, we are going to expect a continuation in drop because the base is quite there, as you can see. Quite simple, but really worth the bucks. So stay tuned. You can join our trading room to get advantage of the weekly intraday price alerts and price notification, because this is intentionally what we are enjoying inside the trading room. So sure most of you have been guessing because we add only these trade calls, and you can see how the result has been quite impressive. Yeah, stay tuned, and if you're really up for joining our community, we are open to serve you and to telepath with you. In most cases, most of the traders really are having a hard time, and they're experimenting with their monies. Not bad, but there's no need of you continuing making mistakes at this time of volatility. Now that the new president, Donald Trump, is imposing tariffs and there are trade wars among the other countries. So it's better for you to understand these laws, because we're going to be here and we're going to enlighten you. Yeah. If you have any regards, just write to us and we'll write back to you. Thanks, and have a good, peaceful week. Stay blessed. Cheers.